Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
We just need to figure some way past this energy field.
It's a Prothean barrier curtain. I knew it would keep me safe from the Geth. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
Any suggestions on how we can help?
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain.
Okay.
That's the tricky part.
Alright.
The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here.
Okay.
Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
A Krogan? Really? What's a Krogan doing with the Geth? Uh-huh. Yeah, I see you. There you are.
This will help.
Oh, that shock troop. Oh boy. Woo! Alright.
Area secure.
For now. Weapon locker. Ew. Edge, Avenger, anti-personnel rounds. Good, we leveled up. Okay. Alright, affects all attacks and powers, grants unity ability. Alright, advanced AI hacking. Hack will now work on more advanced robotic enemies, which is pretty awesome. Master Sabotage. I want to have some advanced AI hacking and Garrus. Garrus, get your make sniper rifles do better. Do good with your sniper rifles. Yeah, I want to get my lift and singularity too. So I'm gonna start building up towards that. Bringing Garrus and Tali is really great for this spot just because of all the Geth around. Storage tents. Ramp up. So I need to find a way to get behind that curtain thing.
Just lead the way.
Ready whenever you are.
Is there anything back here? Mining lasers. Enter code. One down, left. Process of elimination. Oh, okay, there we go. Convenient. What is... Oh. Oh. Alright, well that helps. There we go. was it that Krogan, though, that she was talking about? What is this thing exactly? Miss Sony, are you doing alright over there?
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
Superior firepower.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
Good thing the Geth weren't smart enough to use a mining laser to get to Liara. Oh, there we go. It's a good thing you knew how to use that thing, Shepard. Ancient Prothean technology and all that.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking
You call
for the
your mom by your
conduit.
first
You're
name?
a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event.
Oh, inconvenient.
We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
8 minutes? Okay.
He needs to move faster.
Oh my. Joker. Joker. This elevator has to keep moving. Moving. Oh, there's the Krogan. Why are you with the Geth and Saren, Mr. Krogan man?
Surrender. Don't. That would be no fun.
Oh, for who? This route's coming out. What do you want?
There a reason you're in my way?
The same reason you're here. The Asari.
What?
Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
You want to fight her now? Ugh. You know what? I don't have time for this.
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
I like your attitude.
Yeah. Hack that guy. Overload that guy. Put that Krogan on a stasis. Yeah, we're gonna take care of you separately. Oh, shock troop. Don't do that to me.
Lock and load.
Alright. Now we got this guy. Did you just take down Garrus? Down, Battle Master. Down. Down, boy. We don't have time for this. Time is of the essence. When the whole cave was coming down, like, Clive didn't really have much of a choice to talk it out. He was like, I don't have time for this guy. This place is coming down. And my pilot's getting down here in less than 8 minutes. We made it. Good thing, too.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
Thanks, buddy.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
He uses attention.
It's a coping mechanism. You'll get used to it.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
So what did you learn?
Did your research turn up anything interesting?
What is interesting is what I did not turn up. There is remarkably little archaeological evidence of the Protheans, and even less that might explain why they disappeared. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues.
Huh.
But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish.
Really?
This cycle began long before them.
How do you know that?
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
What cycle? What are you talking about?
The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive.
Huh.
The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare.
Oh, that's what happened.
No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear.
That's for sure.
I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
This isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Watch Caden being a
Of
little
course, you're
jealous.
right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I love how when Liara started complimenting Shepard, Caden jumps in. He's like, can we stick with the topic at hand? Oh, Caden.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Create another alien. No. I like Clive. One thing about Clive is he's very, very inclusive. He likes all aliens of all types. At least the ones that, aren't total jerk faces to him.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Prothean's true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We'll talk later, Liara.
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
As much as he doesn't particularly care for the Council, he should. Clive knows he should.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. T'Soni is on the north.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
Oh, now you
start... At least the mission was a success.
Now you think things...
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
I was like, so now you suspect that somebody could be a traitor. Was that really? Yes, Turian Counselor was necessary.
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Alright, well now that mission is done, let's go ahead and make our rounds then, shall we? Starting with point defense system. Got a bunch of new things to click around the ship. Hey, Joker!
I prefer gold to silver, for my metal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
You sure you want that, Joker?
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that.
7 weeks?
So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
Apparently we don't... Oh, gunnery station. Apparently we don't have enough stuff to, Joker doesn't have very much to say other than that. So, that's fine. That's fine. Maybe he'll be more talkative in the next game. We'll see. We're gonna continue on. Check on our newest member on the team, Liara T'Soni. Ooh, I can replenish my mana gel here. Dr. Chakwas.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I guess
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
You've got nothing to say about Liara? Oh, there she is. Hey, Liara. How are you feeling?
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
Are you doing okay?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
She's the best.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
Well, it wasn't just me. It was also Garrus and Tali, too. And Joker, of course. The man deserves a medal.
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
I know.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me.
Oh, good.
You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
I'm fascinating?
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Relax.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people.
Liara.
Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Liara is so adorable. Such an adorable Asari. Tell me a little bit more about Asari. I'll talk about Asari culture before I start talking to about the more touchy subjects. I mean, that's the polite thing to do. And Clive tries to be polite with the people that he's cool with.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
How is that possible?
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
What about the age difference?
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them.
Of course.
And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
And I think that's beautiful. I think that is the right way to go about it.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
See, this is the part of Asari culture that I find so fascinating, because it goes against some of the most common tropes that you find in stories, whether it's in a book or if it's in a movie, and that is the idea that being a pure blood, having parents that are the same race or type, instead of having a diverse set of parents, being pure blood in this sense is seen as being a negative thing among the Asari, when normally not just in stories. Like, for example, a great example is the Mudbloods from Harry Potter, the Harry Potter universe, where, you know, the purebloods are seen as the superior of the mages because they don't taint their children with non-magical people. You know, they try to keep the magic strong by only mating with other magical people, as opposed to the Mudbloods, who are, you know, who are, that is not the case. And even in history, I mean, how much throughout history, like diversity is something that, you know, we're trying really hard to embrace, but there are a lot of people who find that being a pure racial being, for example, is far superior than mixing races together. So the fact that the Asari see this in the opposite way, I always found so cool, because it just goes against a lot of the things that we are accustomed to when it comes to whether or not people, you know, see something as a positive or negative thing. So fascinating.
How could anyone abandon their own child?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
If you notice, she keeps referring to her mom as Benezia, as her first name, which, I don't know, something about that just makes me feel a little sad, that there's that much disconnect between her, that she doesn't refer to Benezia as mother or my mother or mom or anything like that. Well, now that you brought it up, let's talk about Benezia.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
I don't think Clive would say that.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
All right. Well, we'll get to the bottom of this, Liara.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
We'll talk later, Liara. It was nice chatting with you and starting to get to know you. All right. Let's go down again, down to the lower chambers of the Normandy, and then work our way back up again. There we go. Requisitions officer. Garrus, good job, by the way, out there on the field. You are an awesome fighter.
Commander, how are you?
Let's talk about you and CSEC.
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Such as?
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it, too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. Thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren.
Oh,
He actually
okay.
talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
Really? You were going to become a Spectre?